All right, good morning. Good morning. Good night. I think I'm still asleep. Good morning, passive income. Good morning, Frank. Oh man, last night went longer than expected. Coming in with a little red from last night, but let's see how we play out today. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it was a little wild last night. Got stuck in a really bad trade. Eventually, I closed for a small loss. Let's see how it goes today. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. All right, so NQ, big push last night. Came down and tested that current overnight low, previous day low down here at 490, 440. Potential gap close play 540. And are they going to continue to push above that 700 area that we did touch yesterday? Or did we go up on that video drop? 689. Newsprint. Bulls in control. They were in control all night. Let's see if they continue into today's session. Good morning to everyone. I am still sleeping. Long night last night. Asia session. Longer than expected. All right, let's take a look at this. So NVIDIA earnings high was 689. Part of yesterday's high. Price action yesterday created the open. Let's take a look. All right, so I guess the question now is, are we going to rally and push above 700 today? Current NVIDIA high print was, the NVIDIA earnings print was around 690. Are they going to push above that today and reconquer 700 and slowly grind up? Take a pullback before that bullish move. Otherwise, we've been consolidating between 500 and 700. Couple. This week, consolidation zone this week has been between 500 and 700. Going back to, can we finally get out of this range is the question. Christopher, yeah, I hopped on a long afterwards, accidentally closed it and realized I was tired. So called it a night, but recovered a little bit. Still in the red, $60. Considering how much red I took, it wasn't a lot. It was just very slow. It's exaggerated, but we new day. Let's see what we get out of this today. Let's hop onto the 15-minute real quick. Take a look at, this is the range that I'm talking about, right? 450 to 700. That's what I'm playing now for days. Are we finally going to push out of 700, potentially test that overnight high and NVIDIA high print here, which is yesterday's high, 689, 690? Are we going to potentially push up a little bit and then back down to best yesterday's close for the gap fill? Couple options. Shaw, have you tried funded ticks? Yes, I have one account with funded ticks. No payout yet with them, so I can't comment. I won't comment just yet. All right, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Tired. Huh. The last night's Asia session was way longer than expected. But all right. 662. Previous. Yeah, we had a little too much fun last night. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Let's see what this market gives us today. Looking at a potential run up to test that NVIDIA earnings high, the 689, which is yesterday's high. Potential gap fill play, gap fill reversal. So we've got a couple options today. Going to be a little patient. Good morning, Julian. Good morning, Shah. Good morning, HR. Frank, I appreciate you. Appreciate the kind words. All right, we got 3 minutes for the casino to open. Let's take a look at news before I forget. All right, today we got 5:30 already happened. We had jobless already. We do have some yellow folder events. 7 a.m. news. Alexa, alarm for 6:55. So we do have 10 a.m. news, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. my time. Got a yellow folder event. West pending home sales. Should be it until 10:30. We got another drop. I should be done by then. All right, casino opens in 2 minutes. Good luck to everyone. Let's try to get some green. It's going to be a red day. Let's try to keep it minimal. All right, casino opens in 30 seconds. Let's go. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Casino's now open. All right, here you go. They're pushing. Let's see if they test that NVIDIA print up there at 690, potentially 700 push today. Let's see. Patience. There you go. Pushed above that NVIDIA print. And it's continuing to push. And still pushing. All right, it's about a 100-point push right there. Came to that pivot point at 735 and taking a little rejection now. Try a short here at this pivot point. See if they back down here. Get tight stop. Playing the shorting pivot point. Let's see if they exaggerate it or they take the initial pullback here. Otherwise, I'll have a tight stop. Ooh. Playing, like I said, the pivot point rejection to the downside, not happening quite the way I want it. So I'm going to watch it for a little bit longer and might clip early on this. Okay, here we go. And closing that one for now. That's the first scalp. Played that pivot point rejection to the 9 EMA. A little too choppy, so let's wait. It's hoping for a stronger push down or a quicker push down. Not to say it won't flush down, but that's okay. That's the first scalp. And we'll let it do its thing. Pivot point rejection right down to the 9 EMA. Potential bounce area, so I'm not risking it. Let's see what price action does there. We did take the initial short. It doesn't mean I can't take the short again. I want to see if we're going to get a bounce here at the 9 or we're going to the moon today. SPX, good morning. Good morning. All right, so let me show my screen. So this is my 5, 15, and 30 minute. This was my entry right here at the pivot point, the blue line. There's also a 4-hour level, which is this magenta level. Shorted it right up here and tested the 9 EMA for now. Let's see if they continue this flush down or if they're going to bounce this one more. This could be a full inverted V pullback. But for now, it took the pivot point rejection to the 9 EMA. Let's see if this thing goes further down. A little choppy, so no need to overstay my welcome. Good morning to everyone. All right, so this is what I was afraid of, that they're going to use the 9 EMA as a simple pullback and potentially bounce it from there. So let's watch. Got a nice little scalp, quick scalp. So far in the green. No need to overstay my welcome. All right, a little indecision over here at the 9 EMA. Are they going to continue to bounce it or potentially collapse for a little bit? Come back and test some of those lows down there. All right, so they used the 9 EMA as a bounce. I'm okay with the out now. That was a quick scalp. Now they're trying to fool around up here. Take another pullback. Potentially setting the session high here. Let's watch. D. Cooper, what's up, brother? So far, I've taken only one scalp. We're in the green. Be patient on the next one. Ibrahim from Turk to see you again. All right, so they're starting to build a bounce at that 9 EMA. Am I out on the short so far? Bid for short. Good morning. Good morning. Vid for short. I'm flat right now. I did take my initial short pivot point to 9 EMA, so I'm in the green right now and watching price action. See what it does. Right, they're in a ascending channel right now. They're back and forth on it. Starting to build an ascending channel. Sure. It's a 20.1 minute candle right there. So far in the green, one trade. I took the pivot point rejection to the 9 EMA, and we're in the green right now, but let's chop it. Tom H, good morning. No worries. I almost didn't make it. We had a long Asia session last night. Stayed on way longer than I needed to. So I'm tired. I'm dead. Nicholas Gomez woke up late today. I'm dead today. All right, here we go. So they're pushing again. We got news at 10 a.m., remember. And they're testing this area again. The current session high at 740. We're currently up in the green. Took one trade. Pivot point 7. My entry was horrible with the lag, but pivot point rejection down to the 9. Okay. So far, we're in the green with that trade. SPX, I slept with my headphones, listened to you all after I left the chat. SPX, thank you, brother. You're a good man. Hopefully, we didn't make too much noise. I ended up with very minimal. I mean, I just recovered the whole loss, but I think I ended up in the red about $60 after all that drawdown in one trade today. Currently in the green. SPX, I appreciate you, man. Last night was an example of not taking a loss. It played out in my favor. In other words, it's not like I took a heavy loss. Damn, did it take forever. It took a long time, more than I should have stayed in the trade. But it happens. All right, so my system is lagging right now for some reason. I can't take a trade because I'm seeing some lag on master account, Apex account. It's not good. I had a 10-point lag right now. Wow. SPX, that's the way I look at it. I think we saw some drawdown up there at $800,000. I didn't DCA it. Literally waited for the market to come back down. Then I took a recovery long, and brought down the loss to about $60. All right, so far, like I said, one trade. We played that pivot point rejection down to the 9 EMA. We're in the red, in the green. Here we go. They're making a move, but it's too damn choppy. Short that bottom as much as I want to. Making their move for sure. God damn it. Good morning, Peter. I'm tired this morning. SPX, I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate you, man. Good morning, Jesse James. Good morning, Peter Chan. I'm dead here. So far, I've taken one trade, guys. We've recovered pivot point rejection down to that 9 EMA. Still tired. Came in a little bit into red today. As you guys saw, I was down about 60, 70 bucks after last night's trading. And one trade, and we're nicely in the green now, about 400 bucks. So trying to see what we're going to do here. Looks like they are trying to reject the entire move to the upside on the open, which opens up a gap fill play. But being a little cautious. Drewski, good morning. Christopher Zazek, good morning. Good morning to everyone. I'm dead. Like I said, I can feel it. I feel like I want to go back to bed. So let's see if I can get another trade in. And guess what? I'm going back to bed. Jesse's up 300 already. Nicely done, brother. Choppy, so they just trapped some late shorts to that play. That was a what? 30, 40.1 minute candle to the downside. Anybody who hopped on that short either stopped out, holding on for dear life. SPS is up 235. All right, looks like a lot of us are up today. Good job. Well done, guys. I think the crew from last night must be tired. Nicholas, Peter, Chan, Jesse, James. I know SPX went to bed early, but I'm feeling it. Feeling it. Sure. Apex 90% off. Is that confirmed? I didn't even check my emails this morning. Oh, wow. 90% off, guys. Go use that code JCDT. Apparently Apex is 90% off. Let me see if I can confirm that, though. Yes, Apex 90% off, guys. So I'm going to be loading up today. You guys can use code JCDT. Get your 90% off. Thank you, XPX, for mentioning that. Let me update the stream real quick. All right, Apex is 90% off. You guys can use code JCDT. It's official. All right, so they basically retrace the entire move to the upside. So it's volatile. It's volatile for sure. Apex Confirm, 90% off, guys. Wow. They pulled back the entire play to the upside. Just tap VWAP. See if they bounce it at VWAP 200 SMA here, or they continue their punishment to the downside. Through break even for the day. Oh man, it's already here. Well, break even is technically, you just started. Look at it that way. All right, let's see if they bounce it here. Not. Oh, we got 9 minutes for the news, though. They just keep going. They keep going. See if they can pop it here. 7 minutes for news, guys. 7 minutes. Brewski long. Careful, that was an aggressive sell-off. Ain't bouncing it just yet. I think they're going to go after 580, which is the pivot point. May exaggerate that pivot point all the way down to 575, 570. They flush that. We're in for some red today. Brewski got it. Nicely done. All right, we technically attempted to tap the pivot point there. All right, that's my alarm. We got news in 5 minutes. Alexa, stop. All right, I'm going to wait for the news and see what happens after that. Hugo, how do you deal with the Apex 30% drawdown rule? I trade 150Ks. So usually 1500 is the max red I can take on a trade. That's something I have engraved in my head. So I don't push it that much. Last night I pushed it up there. I'm okay with the Apex rules. It's pretty much how I trade all prop firms now. All right, news in 4 minutes. So far, taking only one trade. Quick scalp. We're up. Looking for another trade. Let's see. Simple and easy cooking channel. Can you please give a rundown on how to pass the Apex eval? Depends on what you want to do. If you want to gamble it and do a one-day pass, you can find a level and full port it. I usually trade them just like other funded accounts or other PA accounts, and just trade them. All depends on your strategy. All right, here we go. There's another move to the downside. They're touching that pivot point. 577. Oof. Oof. News in 4 minutes, guys. News in 4 minutes. All right, we're back to 40, 50 point 1 minute candles. I'm going to hop on this long. Oh, where's my entry? It didn't take my long. Ah, god damn it. All right, it didn't take my long entry there, so I'm going to let it go for a little bit. I'll let that one slide. I was going for 10 points there. All right, that's my indicator. Take it easy. Take a break. Tried to enter there, and it didn't give it to me. Maybe that's a good thing. Well, I was only going for 5-10 points, which all right, we are at the pivot point. We are at the 200 SMA. We bounced right at the 200 SMA on the 15-minute. Let's see if there's further punishment to this. Or is this the bounce area? SF future trading, we going down. Yeah, man, that's what it looks like. We pushed it up. Wrapped some longs up there. Pushed them right back down. So far in the green, took one trade, that pivot point rejection up there down to the 90 MA. We are in the green, but watching, see how far she'll go. Looking like it wants a full gap fill. And we'll look for a gap fill reversal. Brewski, 1140 for the day so far. Hey, nice. You're breaking even and now back in the green. Nicely done. Brewski short. Short for 5 points. All right. Like that was the bounce area. Long. That one go. That's why I'm. All right. News just dropped. Let's see what happens. Nothing burger in terms of news, but we just had home sales. pending home sales. All right, there's also some news with NVIDIA, guys. Careful. We just had 10 a.m. news, pending home sales coming in lower than expectations. NVIDIA in talks with the U.S. to sell Blackwell AI chip to China. Right, so there's some AI news, NVIDIA and China going on now. Is this it for the push down? Finally gonna pop it right back up. Oh, actually, up 3K on this trade so far, shooting for 10K and pulling out. Hey, nice. That's some big numbers there. Good for you. Nicely done. Hoping for the push down. It all depends on what they do in this consolidation area. Continue their move to the downside, or is that the bounce? That's technically the pivot point. 580 pivot point. So they flushed it right back down, tested that 580 pivot point, 200 SMA, and bounced it. I missed the long entry there, and so literally hit market order twice and kill me. Jinx myself now. All right, so slowing down. So far in the green. Let's see what else we get here. Simple and easy cooking channel. Can you please explain what is meant by trailing threshold on Apex and profit goal? All right, let's start with the easy one. Profit goal is exactly what it sounds. You got to make that much money depending on the account you buy. So for instance, a 50K on Apex, the profit goal is 3,000. If you hit 3,000, you pass the account, the eval phase, and you move on to the sim funded phase. That's the sim account that pays you, or that you can get payouts. So first you got to prove yourself. Then Apex gives you a sim funded account once you hit your profit goal. And at that point, there's some other rules now to get your payouts that you got to get familiar with. So that's profit goal. What was the next question? Trailing threshold. So it's the maximum amount that you can lose before you blow the account. Meaning, on a 50K, I believe your drawdown or maximum loss limit is 2,500. It trails you. As you make profit on that account, that $2,500 drawdown moves with you. Or moves with your profit. But at any time on an eval, you can only lose 2,500. Doesn't matter if you're up 10K or you're at 4K. Technically, at that point, you've passed it. But it will trail you as you make profit. All right, so we are in a descending bear channel here. Just played the top of that channel and flushed it. I've seen this pattern a couple times. This is what they do. They hint the breakout and they flush you out. Start monitoring this channel on your screen. We want to play this. Hit the trend for once. Stop. Directional days to the downside. Yep, we are in a descending. A experiment today. Finally get out of under trend. the trend. Counter trading the trend. Oh, now that I say that, they just popped out of that shit. Of course, the day I don't take the day I actually trade the trend, it reverses on me. All right, let's see how far they push here. We are in a descending channel, so technically bearish, but they are popping out of that. Brewski, 3,000 for the day. Nicely done. And there it goes. So forget about that bear channel. They just popped out of it. All right, let's see if they this is a fake out or now a true bounce. Let's chop it. Drewski, you're playing those 5 points like it's nothing, huh? I keep seeing your entries and like, man, you're nailing each one for 5 points. Nicely done. All right, so fake out in effect. D. Cooper is out on that long. Oh, they pushed 1 tick above that last wick. See if it's a trap or they're going to continue to push up. All right, I'm going to hop on this long. And of course, they trapped me. Watching it. If you flush below this, I'm going to have to clip it. Need to push above 676. still in that ascending channel, so let's give it some time, see if they can push above. Like they're topping up here, so I'm gonna give it maybe a minute or two, and I probably will have to close. Struggling up here. Let's pop out of this top. Struggling to push out. Liking that top end behavior up there. On, pop out, out. Pressing the bottom of that channel. Holding the bottom of that channel. Can they pop it? Love when your position becomes resistance. Slowly popping up there, liking it. All right, so now they're getting out of that ascending channel. So I got decisions. This one, it either happens now or flip. The last attempt to push out. Otherwise, they're going to flush it right back down. Out of that channel now. Ugh, gotta clip this. Consolidation there, back and forth. Still trying to push out. 676 level is the breakout level. If they can break out. Trying to break out. Trying. Still consolidating there. The 20 SMA is holding for now. They're struggling. Getting out of that ascending channel, and I'm going to have to make a decision. That 20 SMA doesn't hold, and game over here. Trying to get back into that channel, and they get back. And cigar. Trying to get back. There they go. They bounced off the 20. This level 676. This would be like the 5th time they get above. Breakout. All right, here they go again. One more time. 676, the wall at China right now. And no juice. And rejection at 676. They're playing that consolidation right there. Decision. Breakout or push. Nicholas Gomez. So last night I dreamt that Warren Buffett wasn't wearing pajamas with little dollar signs on it. All right, indecision here. Which way is it going to go? Selling pressure building. And I'm closing it. stay too long into that. All right, on to the next one. Taking a loss there. We're at VWAP. If they flush VWAP. Oh, nice. I'm getting trapped all over the place today. I'm getting chopped up. All right, lovely. Lovely chop today. SPX, this is where we were chopping last night. Yeah. All right, let's see if they can flush this. Otherwise, probably time for me to call it and take an L. Chris Noof, no, I actually ended up recovering a lot of that last night. So no, I didn't hold overnight. I think I walked out in the red around 60 bucks when I closed the stream finally. Let's see if they can flush VWAP. Otherwise, they could be building a higher low. Potentially bounce it here. And now I'm at another wall of China. I think I'm doing great with walls of China, either to the upside or to the downside. All right, no flush at VWAP. Oh boy, getting chopped up. All right, if they push above 648 again, I gotta clip it. All right, gotta stop that. So three trades, one green, two reds, and now we're down. All right, I'm gonna have to take a little break here and avoid the chop. See if this was the breakout I was waiting for on the original long. We'll hop on this break above this one more time. Otherwise, call it. We break above that high, then I'll hop onto the long again. It's going to chop me. It's going to chop me. Still got to trade this. Let's see what happens at this top. Otherwise, it's just a consolidation zone. All right, we're going to play the breakout of that level one more time. That was the original long. If it's chop and it's just going to trap me and bring me back all the way down, then it is what it is. I'll have to close it and call it a day. Red day. And looks like it's playing that little consolidation zone and it'll trap me one more time. So I'm not going to trade it one more time. That'll be the last trade. It's a trap. It's a trap. Yep, trap. Okay. All right, so they're playing that chop zone lovely today. Trapped me three times there. All right, how far are we up in drawdown? We are up at 1200. Yeah, I can't take more drawdown. We'll see if it bounces here at the 9 and the 20. If I get another touch of, what was that, 645, 644, gotta clip it. T. Cooper, yeah, I have, in other words, I have other charts that I'm looking at on top of me. What? Hey, I'm stuck in a consolidation zone and trying to trade the chop. Not going well. What you guys see on the screen is a simplified version of a chart. You have TradingView, which is my main charting. Yeah, I prefer TV or TradingView for charting, but I use Quantower, which is what you guys see for execution. Getting chopped up today. Oh, maybe staying up late wasn't such a great idea. Oh. All right, we're struggling in this chop today. In hindsight, it has stayed out. Let's see if they can pop out of this top of that consolidation zone. Catch a little bit. Otherwise, it's chop, chop, chop. Chris Noof, you're doing the right thing. 675 and 630 seems to be the chop zone. Wait for the breakout. Either direction. All right, we're back to my original long entry. Let's see if they finally break out of this area, 676 area. Or are they going to hint it again and bring it right back down? Chop is. All right, breaking out now. See how far she'll go. All right, maybe we can target the top of that 15-minute opening range breakout to get momentum on this. And no cigar. No cigar. SPS activation fees on lifetime is $85 and lifetime PA fee is $37 on the, oh, they want you to get the 250Ks. All right, let's see if they can break out of this 675 area and continue their push up to 700. Otherwise, we're going down today. Yeah, SPX confirming. First of all, 90% off on Apex today, or from here on. You guys can use code JCDT. JCDT 90% off of Apex. And thanks to SPX, he's confirming the lifetime PA fee is $85. And the lifetime PA fee for 250Ks and 300Ks, $37. All right, we attempted to push above that 676. Let's see if the bulls can get some momentum here. Otherwise, we're going to be range bound and potentially come right back down. SPS, it's 90% off the first month and 80% recurring. Yeah, I'm loading up today, literally right after this stream. I'm going to be loading up on some more Apex. I think at this point I'm going for 15 PAs. That's 8 now. Go for 15. So load up today. All right, who knows? Maybe we can get that move up to test the top of that 15-minute opening range. 742 up there. Let's see if they can push above 700. This was the original breakout I was trying to get before I got into some silly tilt. Top in here. Let's see if they can push. Struggling at 700, and they pop above 700 again. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Gotta get some coffee. Falling asleep here. All right, looks like they're topping up here. Can they continue the push up? Like they're struggling. All right, they are in an ascending channel now, but they are struggling up. See if they can pop it above 700. They can pop it above 700, might get that run to the top of that 50-minute opening range. Struggling to pop it. $700, the next wall of China here, man. Jeez. Walls of China. The walls of China I'm hitting. All right, let's see, like I said, if we can get that 720, 730 push up there for the 15-minute opening range high. If they break out of that and I see some strength, I may hold for the 15-minute opening range breakout. Let's get there first. How about that? Coming for that. Where's the pivot point? 730. All right. Let's have to make some decisions because I'm in town. 730, I think, is the easy TP. 740 is pushing it. They could take a pullback first and then hit that. Let's see if we can get at least 730 on. They're in an ascending channel. Just don't want to take the full pullback on it. Have to. There's a pullback on it. As long as they use the middle of that channel as support, they can continue to bounce. Let's watch. Slow grind up. Oh, what happened there? Seen that 9 there? King Caesar falling asleep. All right, they tested a 9, attempting to bounce again. Let's see if we get another push up. King Caesar, I need coffee. I need sleep. All right, they're holding 700. Let's see if they can continue to push above 700. Here we go. Pivot points at 730. I would expect some rejection up there. All right, here we go. Last push up. Set TP 730. You get 730. That's close enough. I just closed it. And we recovered a little bit of that loss today. Because I was drawdown, I had to close it. Recovered a little bit of that. Now let's wait for the next setup. What are we up now? Hey, we were down a little bit. Now we're back up to 272. Nicholas Gomez, thank you. Appreciate you. Saw a little pre-tilt there. So I think what happened was, and this is what the market does. I was playing this breakout here, got trapped. I didn't catch the channel until afterwards. In hindsight, all it did was bring me back to the bottom of that channel and then play the move to the upside. I attempted to short the break of the channel, and obviously that was tilt. That was a tilt entry. I'll accept that. That was not a good entry. And then eventually the play happened, but I did absorb drawdown trying to play that chop. Once the breakout did happen, now I was a little more comfortable playing within the channel. But my miss was reading the channel earlier. Happens. SPX, you're out to the penny, 272. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, so we got that breakout. But we did see some pre-tilt. I'll be honest with you. I got pissed. But it was my mistake not reading. Whoa, what happened here? I don't know what happened. Imagine if that was during a trade. That would have been fun. There we go. All right. Once I realized, okay, we're in a channel, stop trying to go on tilt, then I got a little more comfortable, and that's why when I re-entered the original entry, it played out. But took more drawdown than needed. Little learning lesson there. Now on to the next setup. SPX, yeah. I'll be honest. I think you guys were seeing it. The tilt was starting to happen here. This short entry was a reactionary entry. It was an emotional entry. You just took not a substantial, but a nice little loss there. Now you're like, all right, I'm wrong. Let me short it. No, we were just in an ascending channel. That's what ascending channels do. They bring you back and forth within the channel. You got to be able to read them quicker. My mistake was not, now in hindsight, obviously, this is what you look for when you're reading channels right here. And I could have drawn it a lot earlier with the ascending channel and figured out the low of this. Again, hindsight. Eric, onto a coffee break. Nice play. Appreciate you, man. Now we take a little break. SPX, yeah, it was early now in hindsight. I think I got caught in the push-up. Wrapped me lovely. And literally exited at the bottom of that channel. Had I read it earlier, there's no reason to get out. Yeah, it was drawdown, but that's why I have 150Ks. Anyways, we recovered after some significant drawdown. SPX, yeah, man. Sometimes you get what's it called? Screen overload. Having a lot of screens doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna win. And then when I realized where we dropped to, I was like, BWAP, right there. I agree with you, XPX, actually. I think you're absolutely right about that one. Test the VWAP again for the bounce and then hop on. I got on a momentum entry on the first one, right? You're seeing this push up. Oh, it's going to continue. Well, it will continue, but it's going to trap you first, right? And that's what it did. And if you're going to stay in a momentum play like this, right? This chop, after I entered right here, this chop was the indicator. Get out. You had 3 chances of pushing up above that channel. That's pretty much every time we see this hovering, it's going to flush you down. The error here was not reading the channel earlier. I have 150Ks for a reason. If I'm going to do something silly like this, well, I got to play the channel at that point, not close and then try to short this, play the channel, continue the grind up. In hindsight, you win some, you lose some. Today we recovered. Jesse's in a fat long here, huh? All right. But I do think I came close to tilt today for sure. Was not happy about that second loss. That's the emotions. You got to calm it down and figure out what you're trading. Once I figured out I was in that channel, I was like, all right, calm down. This is a long grind play. Just play it. I'll wait to get out of that channel, I'll tell you that much. I'm not trading that channel again. It either breaks to the upside or to the downside before I take another trade. SPX holding himself from the long. Yeah, I think we need a little reset here. Jesse James in a fat long. As long as it bounces off the 20 SMA, you should be fine. May need the full channel reset, right? In other words, talking about this channel, we touched here. We may touch again right here. Today it's trappy. It's trappy into those FOMO plays. So I think I'm going to take a little break. Maybe all a day. Technically, that's 4 trades. I was in some drawdown. You know what? I think I'm going to do the right thing. That's it for me for today. I'll continue on the stream, but I think no more trades. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. Be the initiation of tilt. Went to bed pretty damn late after last night's stream. Had a good time with the crew from last night, but we pushed it way too late. Still falling asleep here. Zen Trader, are we longing for session sweep? I'm gonna chill. We are at the bottom of this channel. This would be the entry. As long as we respect the channel. If it breaks the channel, trouble. But Zen, I'm not. I've had a couple too many trades today. I want to push my luck. Peter Chan took 3 controlled losses, but came back a little in the green. Same thing here. I took some losses. Not too much drawdown. And came back in with a little bit of green. Not impressive green, but technically I was down, what, 1,200? Now I'm up close to 300. So that was a $1,500 recovery. I'm okay. Peter Chan got caught in the chop. Yeah, man. In hindsight, it was the damn channel. Maybe I got a little too focused on the stream. This channel was literally, you could have drawn this with this price action right here. I missed it. I finally realized, okay, you're in a channel. Stop freaking out. Stop trying to go on tilt. That's when I let the long go. In hindsight, it happens. But I have said you guys are going to see the good, the bad, the ugly, green trades, red trades. I don't hide it. Saw the emotions today. I would say I came close to tilt. But you got to find some chart patterns and either relax or realize you're in a bad situation. Candlestick cricket, 750, 760 flip short, maybe. Yeah, I would wait for the break of that channel. That channel's holding. I mean, they've held it. This, like I said, could have been the long entry targeting the top of that channel. Potential 15-minute opening range breakout. But I'm exhausted in terms of trades. I've taken too many. And I took too much drawdown today. So I'm technically calling it quits. Hey, brother, you going to school? All right, have a great day. Ask your mom if she wants me to take you to school. I can. Just ask. Alejandro Diaz, you lost $1,000 at the chop. Now 50. Green $50. Hey, listen. So technically, you made 1,050. When you recover that much, guys, don't beat yourselves up. You were $1,000 in the red, and now you're up $50. You just made 1,050, man. That's a solid day. Similar to me, I was down what 1,200, 1,300, and now I'm up 300 without DCAing, without going crazy. Because you could recover DCAing, but that's windfall trading. So after being down 1,300 and now up 270, not the best profit, but bigger picture, good recovery. Not always going to be green. It's not always going to be a stellar day. Part of trading. Made some mistakes today. You journal that. I made some mistakes. That's that short at the bottom of that channel. Like, what the hell was I thinking, right? Trying to short VWAP? Oh, in hindsight, right? In hindsight. But I've always said I'm going to keep it transparent. You'll see good decisions, bad decisions, fixed decisions. It's the journey we all go through. No point of hiding it. My SPX, my hands are shaking taking NQ Trades minis on 50Ks. Yeah, it's 50Ks are tough to trade minis. You got to have very good entries. Super Earthman, you're my favorite troll, my friend. No worries. We all need a troll to shake us up a little bit. So I appreciate you, Super Earthman. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, $300 up even after last night's. That's carrying last night's numbers and this morning's loss. So I think I'm calling it. That's a little too many trades today and a little too much more drawdown than I wanted. Hands off for now. But Super Earthman, no worries, man. Appreciate you tuning in. I say that with love, Super Earthman. I appreciate you, like I said. All right, so the channel is being respected. That's why I was a little resistant on the shorts down there. Until that channel breaks, you play the channel. So I think now we're going to get that push up to 730 and that 50-minute opening range or my exit. That's why I figured I think we're going to need to take a pullback at that area before we continue to push. Let's see. SPX, Jesse doing great with his longs. Yeah, I don't know if he held or if he closed. I thought I saw that he closed earlier. Yeah, so far the channel is playing out to the T, right? Came right back down, so we had 1 touch, 2 touches, now 3 touches within that channel. Now we wait for the break to the upside or the downside. I'm not trading that channel once again. Paid enough. Trying to play the chop. All right, so now they're going to push above my exit. Again, this would have been the entry on a long here, potentially targeting the 50-minute opening range breakout. A lot of trades, and I'm going to be very disciplined. The fact that I took that much drawdown, acceptable, and lock in the profit for today, but I'll stay on for a little. All right, so let's extend this channel until it breaks. Personally, I'm not trading anymore, but until it breaks, you're playing the channel. Excited in direction. This could be a nice little pop above the 50-minute opening range on this wave. In other words, we pop, potentially target this area. Although we haven't had a topping, we're literally hovering right at that midpoint of that channel, so potentially 760. SPS double top, Super Earthman. I love ribs. Yeah, man. With all that drawdown from last night, I didn't even have my ribs, so I'm gonna have some ribs and eggs and ribs for breakfast today. After this. All right, so now we're starting to see the tapering of this channel. Two things can happen. It will either break out or the channel fails. Ascending channels tend to break to the downside. Descending channels tend to break to the upsides. Potential range, right? 50-minute opening range, no breakout or no significant breakout, and then right back down to the bottom of that range. We'll see. Peter Chan, mental capital drained. Yeah, man, I'm done. Took way more drawdown than I wanted to. Recovered it, and this is the time to accept. Today wasn't the best trading. We had a nice recovery trade with I didn't DCA. I didn't go crazy trying to recover. That was a nice recovery trade, and all it quits. Too many trades. Josh, had to step away for a bit this morning. You've been grinding the last hour or so. Yeah. No more trades. I think we're up, what? Not right below $300 in the green, but that was after a significant loss, Josh. So I think I'm out of trades. My trade limit is done for the day. Well, I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Do me a favor if you're enjoying the content. Today we saw management of drawdown, recovering after a significant loss, without DCAing, without going too crazy, with targets. And if you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. And tonight's technically Friday for the Asia session, or the late night Asia. I'll be back tomorrow or tonight for late night Asia, 9:15 p.m. So you guys get to choose 9:15 a.m. Eastern or 9:15 p.m. Josh C., last I seen you were like negative 1K. Yeah, I was up negative 13, I think. 1,300 in the red, and calmed it down a little bit and ate it back up. Not only did we recover the 1,300 loss, we're up 270 now. But I'm not pushing my luck. Today was technically I could have fell into tilt, but calmed it down a little bit. All right, here goes the 50-minute opening range. That channel, like I said, is playing to a T. These are buying algos. SPS, appreciate you, man. Have a great one. Super Earthman, nice comeback. Yeah. Wasn't pretty for a while. Live, it wasn't pretty. But once I figured out we were in the channel, calmed down a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Channel playing to the T. All right, so this is the middle of this channel that we were talking about. So far, that's been the resistance zone. Other than this pop out up here, we've been using the middle of that channel as kind of the resistance within the play up. So let's see if they bring this back down or continue to push it up. SPS, like I agree, there's either pump it from here or they take another pullback to the bottom of that channel. All right, guys, remember, Apex, 90% off now. Firm, 90% off. You guys can use code JCDT, and I know SPX gave us some info earlier. Let me scroll here. The lifetime fees, the PA lifetime fees. See if I can find it. Here we go. Activation fees right now with lifetime PAs on Apex, $85 for the 25K, 50K, 100K, 150K, $85 for those. And a special lifetime PA fee for 250Ks and 300Ks, $37 lifetime PA fee on the 250K and the 300K. So 90% off. You guys can use code JCDT or whoever you support. At the end of the day, support somebody. Don't give it all to Apex. Share that love with your streamers, with your affiliates. You want to support this channel, you can use JCDT and get that 90% off on Apex. And SPX, thank you for giving us all the info on that. SPX, yep. We talked about the middle of this channel becoming resistance on the way up. In other words, they're playing literally a zigzag on the way up. We came to that middle, potentially now coming to test. And this is what I watch for, is the break of this channel. That could be also a juicy short, but I'm out of trades. Keeping it disciplined. No more trades for me today. All right. They hinted the 50-minute opening range breakout. They've done that before. They top it and then they flush it. Doesn't mean it won't happen. It's just not happening on this wave. See what happens at the bottom of that channel. Can they hold it? Are they going to hold it and continue up? We shall see. SPX is a nice short if it breaks out of that channel. You're right. But based on my trading today, no more. No more for me. Peter Chan, I'm just happy to be green. Got to go to the gym and get rid of the stress. Peace and good luck. Peter, yeah, same here. I'm literally going to close it. That's 2 hours. I'll be out of here pretty soon as well. And today was a little choppy. You got caught in this chop. You paid. And hopefully you were able to hop on that long. Okay, here they go. They're breaking out. Be right back, guys. Oh, here we go. Thanks, XPX. All right, so it's starting to break out of that channel. There's a nice little short range to range. If it goes all the way back down. That is all I got for today, guys. I'll see you guys. For those of you that trade Asia, I'll be on tonight. Tonight's technically Friday for the Asia session. Last trading day of the week for Asia. So I'll be on tonight, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. And I'll be back tomorrow, Friday, for the morning session, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. And hopefully I get some sleep, so I'm literally going back to bed. I appreciate everyone that's tuned in. Do me a favor, if you're enjoying the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe. It does help me out with the YouTube algo. If you're in the green, lock those profits. If you're in the red, don't hurt yourself further. Sometimes it's okay to take a red day. I appreciate you all. Have a good one. Go touch some grass, and I'm going back to bed. Thanks again, everyone.